Okay, everybody, let's move on to the second part of our conversation. Mei Lin and Nicholas just spent a lot of time at the pharmacy or at the drugstore, and they're leaving the drugstore now. And Mei Lin says, wow, you spent over 3,000 NT dollars in there, Nicholas. And here, of course, we're talking about spent. That's the past tense of spend. That means you use money to buy something.
Ooh, that's a lot of money, right? Ooh. Sometimes you don't care when you don't feel well, though. You just want to feel better. Well, Nicholas says, yeah, I know, but I got something for every one of my problems. Remember, the pharmacist gave him that multi-action cold complex. He got some herbal patches and some vitamins. He feels like these are going to take care of all of his symptoms.
That's right. And Mei Lin says, well, are you sure it wouldn't have been easier to go? But again, she's unable to finish her sentence. Now, if you talk about something that's a suggestion or something that you don't know what is going to happen, you often use the word would here. It wouldn't have been easier, or don't you think it wouldn't have been easier? In other words, it probably was going to be easier if you had gone to the dentist or the doctor instead of going to the drugstore and spending all this money. Another example of the word would here would be if you go to a restaurant and you want something to eat. Well, you could say, I want a hamburger. Well, we'll understand what you mean, but a more polite thing to say is, I would like a hamburger. That means you're not expecting the person to do it. It's a polite way to ask for something.
This is a special verb form we call the subjunctive mood. It's kind of complicated. It's not too bad. You'll see more and more of it as you progress in English. We use it a lot, like Tom said, to talk about recommendations we give to others. Or maybe you're stating something that's contrary to fact, or maybe you're expressing a doubt about something. You know, a lot of times I think of the subjunctive when I think of those phrases we use when we say what we would have done. Oh, if I were you, I would have brought my umbrella today. So it's a little different. If I were you, I would have done this, but you're not them. So you did something different. Take a look at the subjunctive mood. It's a different kind of verb form we use in English. And we've got another example here lower on the page. Well, Nicholas doesn't want to hear what Mei Lin would have done. He doesn't care. She probably isn't afraid of the dentist or the doctor. He says, don't start, which just means, ugh, I don't want to hear. You've said enough. I know what you're going to say. You know I hate doctors.
Well, here Mei Lin says, but if you had used your health insurance card, you would have saved a fortune. Ah, there's the subjunctive again. Again, she's suggesting that this may have been the case if he had done something else. So if you had used your health insurance card, then you would have saved 3,000 NT dollars. You'd still have to spend some money by going to the doctor. There's a registration fee or something like that. But still, in the end, you would save a lot of money. So again, if you had used your health insurance card, of course, here in Taiwan, we have the National Health Insurance Program. And of course, you need to carry that card with you. That is your health insurance card. And you can get lots of treatment with that card.
We often use this word fortune when we want to emphasize a very large amount of money. Wow, that guy has a fortune. Or you would have saved a fortune. You could have saved a lot of money if you just gone and used your health insurance card. Fortune here is our word power word. Let's take a closer look.
Word Power. Welcome to Word Power. Today's word is fortune. Today, Mei Lin tells Nicholas that he would have saved a fortune if he had used his health insurance card. Fortune is a noun and means a very large amount of money. For example, Dave paid a fortune to buy his new Ferrari. Fortune also means luck or chance, and if we say someone has good fortune, it means he or she is lucky. So, we can say, Tommy had the good fortune to win a lot of money. Fortunate is the adjective form of fortune, and it is used to describe someone who has good fortune. For instance, Mary is fortunate that she got home before it started raining. That's all the time we have for Word Power. Thanks for listening.
And Nicholas finishes the conversation. He says, believe me, if it keeps me away from doctors, then 3,000 NT dollars is a small price to pay. It's worth every penny because I don't like seeing dentists and doctors. I'd rather spend this money.
Wow.
Okay, everybody, let's listen to our Chinese teacher now, and then we'll come back to chat.